A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
High noon and welcome in. This is the Tuesday edition of the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder here. Tommy Wirtz rocking the Micah Parsons and Mason Crosby in the casa. What up, Mace?
Back in the house, man. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I've been, but it's nice to be in this room again. So.
Did you fly Nashville, Green Bay, Nashville, San Francisco?
Sacramento,
Sacramento,
back to Nashville in one day. So I left at 5:15 yesterday morning.
Direct?
Oh no, not direct.
Where'd you fly through?
Oh yeah, let me tell you this. Yeah, let me tell you my last 5 days of travel. So,
I'm here for it.
Yeah, so came up for the event on Friday night. Had to get out a little early, played some golf, there in Green Bay. Had to hit up Oneida Country Club.
How'd the event go before you go on? How'd the event go?
Event was awesome. And, I mean, are we not all huge fans of U.S. soccer now? Come on.
Florian, guys. How about a random parlay that totally
Didn't
hit?
we tell?
Yes.
Exactly.
We did.
We called the parlay. They won
you
by
guys
2.
did. I didn't know anything.
Balogun had 2 goals. So it couldn't have gone better. I mean, that score line, the way they dominated that game.
Balogun the over and Miz the over on Friday night was the pick.
Exactly. That was the pick. That's right. Just like we blew past that. I mean, you just got to trust us on this show. But I mean, it was crazy. Like that was exactly, I hadn't seen USA deflate a team the way they deflated Paraguay.
Yes.
And Paraguay is a great defensive structure team, and they just broke them down. And after each one of those goals, they were showing the Paraguay players, and they looked lost. They didn't have answers for it. And I have not seen the American team do that to even low levels squads in a very long time. So that was awesome to see. The event was great. It was good seeing everybody. I mean, I go back to Green Bay and I see, everybody. I know so many people there.
Yep.
So we get back, we fly back Saturday, get back. It's the twins' birthday. It was their birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Land back in Nashville, go have dinner. We go see the Breadwinner movie, which if you haven't seen, it is hilarious.
Is it? Okay.
Bargatze.
All
yeah.
right.
I mean, it's just good, clean fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Mrs. Thunder said you can take the daughters to that one. She might miss that one, but I'm in for it for sure.
You'll enjoy it. It'll be right up your alley. It's just good. It's just
he's so good.
Ridiculous.
He's so funny.
So funny. It's basically a stand-up bit throughout the whole movie. So then we Sunday do more celebration, go to Dave and Buster's, so it's like family celebration. Wake up 3:00 on Monday morning, get on a plane 5:15, connect in Denver, get to Sacramento at about 9:30, drop Nolan off with his group for camp, make sure he's all set, get back on a plane at 11:30, back to out there. So it's 1:30 my time.
That's a crazy quick turnaround.
Go to Kansas City, back here. I landed here. I was back home at 8:30 last night. It was that was one of the craziest travel days ever. I didn't leave the airport. I literally just touched touched ground in Sacramento, made sure Nolan was good, and then got back on my journey. So yesterday was a journey, and it's good to be back with you boys.
Hey, you know what? Dad of the weekend, Mason Crosby.
That's right.
I think I did. I do think
you earned your Father's Day this coming Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, and I will be. Hey, my next trip, guess what, is a road trip and across to my parents' house in
Texas.
So,
yep. Why do you drive to your parents' house so frequently?
Something's wrong with me. I think I just have something.
It's fun.
Something is wired.
It's
wrong.
a fun drive.
No, it'll be good. And again, we're our van. We'll have the van there for 2 weeks, and my parents, are going to have 4 of the girls. They don't have a vehicle that could carry take everybody.
Right.
So it's nice. They'll have the van. I looked at renting a SUV, and I mean, for the 2 weeks, it's going to be $15,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's some ridiculous number. So,
all right. So
with how many people we have, we gotta do the hard things.
I'm not trying to feed into your ego or anything, but I do have a question. When you're flying like that, and you're walking through airports, like, do you get second looks? I mean, you're I don't want to say you're Wisconsin famous, but I think football fans, not just in Wisconsin, know who you are. But I don't know if like just like people walking through the Kansas City airport necessarily know who Mason Crosby is. But do you get like, do people ever stop you, or do you get like do you notice like, oh, that guy looks familiar, or I think I recognize that guy? Anything like that?
Well, obviously, definitely the flights up to and from
Green
Wisconsin.
Bay.
I mean, I'm like, it's high fives. We're talking the whole time. There's probably 4 or 5 people throughout the process yesterday that made sure they came up and said something, and we had a conversation. I guess you're always going to see a Packers jersey.
Denver.
Somebody is wearing a
There's
shirt
always,
or a hat, or
Tommy
there's
Wirtz.
always a fan.
Tommy Wirtz
awesome.
wearing a Packers jersey, no big deal.
Why aren't you wearing a Jordan Love jersey? I thought we could only talk about Jordan Love.
No, he said it yesterday. He actually thinks he likes Micah, and Micah is more important to the Packers. Micah's the king of the Packers, not Jordan.
Oh my gosh,
that is what I said.
Crowned him
yesterday.
already.
Yeah, you're
I did.
Crazy.
No, I did.
That's insanity.
Such quarterback disrespect. It's unbelievable.
Well, the show before us with John Rami.
You mean the Chicago sports show?
Yeah.
In Wisconsin?
That show, and that garbage human that produces the show.
Wow.
Jeez.
They were talking about it yesterday on who's the king of Wisconsin sports right now after Jacob Mizorowski's amazing performance on Friday. And their 3 candidates were Giannis, which for the time being, sure, you can put him there. We know that's not going to be there in 2 weeks. Jordan Love and Jacob Mizorowski, and Miz won by a landslide with that. Well, I think that they unjustly missed out on Micah Parsons, who is actually the king of the Green Bay Packers, 0%. Not Jordan Love. 0%. So,
all right. So I said this, Mason, and you might think I'm crazy. I said that Micah Parsons might be the king of the Packers, but Jordan Love is the king of Wisconsin sports. Like that, those are like that. You're the quarterback of the Packers. You're the king of Wisconsin sports. Micah,
Jordan's the leader of the Packer, leader of the team and the organization, out in front, all that. But I would say right now, I'd agree with it. Micah Parsons is the vocal leader of the Packers right now.
Yep.
Like he's willing to step in and talk about his teammates. We've heard more from Micah Parsons, not practicing and being injured, than I feel like we've heard from Jordan Love. I think no one, Tommy got mad. He sent us an article, about another article about a backup quarterback with Tyrod Taylor. But it's also like, I'm pretty sure all I've heard this offseason from Jordan Love is about him being a dad and having his baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And being great at changing diapers and doing all that. Like Micah Parsons talks ball. He talks about his teammates. He talks about Van Ness. He talks about the guys that he wants to go to battle with. And so I would agree that Micah is the vocal kind of leader and spokesperson for this team right now. But Jordan Love as the quarterback is going to be the Packer or the Wisconsin sports icon.
So then
agreed. Thank you.
Adjusting expectations for Jordan Love, you need more vocal leadership. That's another one that probably should stand out. Maybe we wouldn't get so many articles about backup quarterbacks if Jordan Love talked more.
Been saying that for sure. Like they need to put him out. Like he needs to be out, like leading the way, putting out like the story that he wants to be read and everything he wants to be heard. And he needs to be putting that out there, and it needs to be pushed by the Packers as well. But it does feel like they protect him. I don't know what it is, like, because that was, everyone get frustrated with Aaron, but Aaron was always, he knew what he was doing. He was always telling a story that he wanted everybody to just kind of come along with. And that's how you become that face and that leader. Because at this moment, until Jordan takes that next step, would we argue that Aaron is still a bigger Wisconsin sports icon?
No.
Well, no. Aaron is a bigger but
career-wise, absolutely.
We're saying at the moment, present day, current.
Right. No. King of Wisconsin sports right now, right? I mean, Aaron's tenure with Wisconsin are away. Listen,
he's the quarterback. Like Giannis is gone in my mind, and Miz is the flavor of the day, and he's awesome. And he's, assuming he does what we all think he has the potential to do, but I'm just not willing to crown him just yet. Now, Jordan Love hasn't achieved what we have wanted him to achieve yet, right? Like they have not had the playoff success that we want our Green Bay Packers to have. That being said, he's still the quarterback of the Packers, of a team that makes the playoffs, of a team that's favored to win their division. of a team that should win a playoff game, if not multiple playoff games this year, to me, it's Jordan Love is the king of Wisconsin sports.
We crowned him too early last year.
Yeah.
And that was probably because of Micah Parsons, right? Like, I think we crowned him. We had, was it Rasheed Walker saying this team could go undefeated? Yep. And like, it was like they crowned themselves. We crowned them too early last year. Jordan Love, hopefully, I mean, like, I think we'd obviously all be super excited if he was a year behind Aaron's progression, right? Aaron did it in his third year as a starter, went and took the team to a Super Bowl. Jordan Love looked like that was the progression that was happening. Didn't quite get there last year, but in all reality, Jordan Love started his first 3 years as the starter, minus Aaron getting the Super Bowl, has actually probably been a pretty clean clean start. And he is now poised to take that next step. And I think that's what the Packers, that's what he should, everyone, if he is going to be this franchise quarterback, he needs to get out in front and be the franchise's quarterback. And they need to put him out there.
But his play has not disqualified him from any of these credentials that we're talking about. I think he is I think the talent we see out of Jordan Love does put him in conversation for king of Wisconsin sports. And I do believe in this Green Bay Packers team because of what I've seen from Jordan Love. But to your point, Mason, the narrative is driven more by Micah Parsons in that Packers locker room because of the vocal leadership. And I wonder, with you saying Green Bay feels like they protect him, is Green Bay protecting themselves from another quarterback ego debacle that they've had now for the last 30 years in the building?
Well, except they did
that's I think exactly what's going on.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they did. Aaron wasn't that same guy until he became that guy, but Aaron spent a long time not being the anti-5, working to be the anti-5.
Even when the Packers went to the Super Bowl, I don't remember anyone else on that Super Bowl team being a bigger vocal leader than Aaron Rodgers. Crosby, correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, Charles Woodson, not outwardly, but in the locker room, Charles Woodson's
a
the vocal leader
for sure.
He was always going to say what he wanted the message to be out to the team and to the world. So Woodson was defense, Aaron was offense. You got to have both sides.
Do you need
of the ball.
that? Do you need that?
I think so.
On a successful team.
So in this, it's got to be Jordan Love and it's got to be Micah Parsons on the defensive side of the ball. That's kind of how it is. But I would almost say Tucker Kraft would be the more vocal leader on the offense right now. Whenever he's healthy and available, he's willing to step in and say the things that I feel like Jordan and Matt LaFleur aren't willing to say. And he's kind of willing to put himself out there and kind of take that, get out in front. And I say that all the time to kids, anyone I get to talk, I'm like, being a leader isn't about being great all the time or not making mistakes. It's about being willing to put yourself out in front and deal with the consequence of success and failure. If you're not willing to do that, then find your role somewhere else. Cause it can be a lonely place out there.
I think that's a good point. Remember, Charles Woodson was Defensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons was in that mix last year. We're hoping he gets into that mix this year, depending on how many games he misses. And
it'd be
Jordan
tough
Love,
for him to get into it this year.
It would be.
5-6 games.
And Jordan Love, we don't know, has missed a couple games here and there, which again leads us back to an article by Rob Domowski about Tyrod Taylor that makes Tommy really mad.
It just makes me upset because, and you know what? I said it to you guys.
Right. Everything you said was wrong.
I pretty much said,
fight right now.
I pretty much said, I don't. And then who did you send me? Who did you send the note on? Luke Lacey or whatever?
Right. No, they signed a tight end today.
Right. Nothing burger of news. Guy's not even going to be on the active roster.
He is.
He is
actually. Musgrave's hurt already.
If he's hurt, if Musgrave is
he's already hurt.
Kraft's going to be back week
Who's
one.
the third guy?
Josh Wiley. Josh Wiley is
he's coming off an injury too.
Impressing all. This is all all we get is stories about number 3 guys on this team. Josh Wiley is the best one in the Packers.
Let's just talk about the best third player on this.
That's all we get.
I mean, I'm hearing stories out like, I don't know, people might think Lucas Haversick is a better kicker than Trey Smack right now.
Great point.
But come on. Geez.
What Jagger Burton? How awesome is he right now in training camp? That's another one.
For playing
Fighting
time, guys.
for playing time.
He's going to get some playing time.
He's the best. It's all we get is stories about these fringe players during this time.
Right. That's what you get.
I think that's what the offseason's for.
That's what May and June are for.
Yeah, because the starters aren't like doing a ton.
Guys who are going to make the team. But
they're trying to get that storyline. And if someone makes the team, then it's like, hey, they, we wrote about them. They earned their spot. Like it's human interest. You just don't like human interest. You don't like that side of it. You just want to talk about.
No.
Right.
Okay. I want ball.
Yeah.
I want ball.
I hate ball.
I want ball.
Dare someone to beat me to ball talk.
I can't believe I'm picking Jason Wilde over you right now.
That's fine.
But I am, because Jason Wilde hates ball. But he loves ball. But he loves the human interest story.
Yeah,
always has.
262 writes in, Jordan Love is a new dad. Once you become a dad, you become more confident in the world and have an extra man swag. He'll be more vocal than confident edge and get that confident edge from Kyle and West Bed.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. We'll see.
How many kids does Tyrod Taylor have? That's what we need to know right now.
I mean,
Tyrod Taylor got to have. He's got to.
I don't want to make assumptions.
But I'm not trying to switch gears here real quick, but I do want to say that while we're having this conversation, all I'm doing is hitting reload on my email for game notes from the Brewers, and I can't be alone. Like everyone is waiting to see Cooper Pratt brought up and Rengifo probably gone. All right, what do you got? Tommy? How many kids?
According to Gemini, Tyrod Taylor does not have any children.
Oh,
what? The NFL quarterback has never been married and does not have any biological or stepchildren of his own, though he has previously been involved in high-profile relationships, such as model Drea Michelle. I'm sure you guys all know.
Drea. I call her Dre.
Also, very famously, the quarterback before Jordan Love was not married with children, like no kids, also for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean,
like, I don't think it matters that he becomes a dad to become a vocal leader.
Right.
I mean, that's a stretch. Like maybe it gives him just, a new perspective on life. But I actually almost think sometimes the opposite. It's like you become a dad, it's like less important. It's not less confident. It's just less important. You're just like, hey,
your priorities
change, and so you got to guard against that a little bit.
There's a story that's going to be written. Does Jordan Love's priorities change now that he's a father?
Well,
that's the part story.
Go ahead and write it, bro.
Write that story. There's a Jordan Love story. There you go.
Get famous.
There's the Jordan Love story that you've been looking for.
Do something.
Right, you write it, we'll edit it and make sure that Mitch will make sure your grammar is all buttoned up. Here's the thing, the part I didn't like is, in some of these articles is who the backup is because Jordan Love's availability is at question. He's missed 4 or 5 games in the last 3 years?
Do you want to know?
Is that an availability issue? Like he had a really bad knee injury and only missed 3 games in 24. I would say that's impressive more than this guy has availability issues.
Do you know when I brought this up to Steve Sparky Pfeiffer that we were going to talk about this?
Ooh.
He called the backup quarterback position a top 5 positional need on this Green Bay Packer team.
that's
because of the availability of Jordan Love, and he quote can't stay healthy when he's missing 1 to 2 games a year. Now, mind you, Malik Willis absolutely deserves his flowers and his credit for what he did for those Packers seasons. But quite frankly, we all know that if Malik Willis was going to be the quarterback of this Packers team, they were going to be a worse football team.
Hot take, Malik Willis. I don't want to wish this on it, but I just think he might take a beating down there in Miami. He might not make it through. He's going to be hurt after 4 or 5 games. I think he starts missing time after 4 or 5 games as the every down starter for a team like that. So talk about availability. I think Jordan Love is very available. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, missed, most of parts of a lot of seasons. I think Jordan Love is a very available quarterback, and you do need a good backup for those 2 to 3 games a year where your quarterback sustains an injury and you just don't want to put him out there. And that's all it should be. That's it. Like Tyrod Taylor is a great option for that. That's awesome. I do totally agree with that statement, is that Tyrod Taylor will be a great option as a backup quarterback for Jordan Love.
Yeah.
End of article, end of conversation.
There you go. So as we hit reload on our email inboxes, on our Brewers Twitter and Instagram and all the things, Tommy, when we get back, is going to tell us where he predicts Cooper Pratt will be batting in the order tonight. Not just getting called up, but if they're going to call him up, they got to start him, right? Like he's got to go right into the lineup. We'll talk about Cooper Pratt and our Milwaukee Brewers when we come back right here on the Mason Crosby Show. Remember, everybody, the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network just got bigger. Welcome to the city of Madison. You can now listen to The Fan in Madtown on 94.9 HD2. Your favorite local shows each weekday from 6A to 6P, plus the best in Brewers coverage with the leadoff show with Tommy Wirtz and the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Keep it tuned to 94.9 HD2 when you're listening to the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network in Madison. Wait, what? Oh, wait, you're at Disney. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. Tommy Wirtz in the house. Mason Crosby getting it done. Flying his son across the country. Dropping him off at camp. Flying right back. Dad of the year. Let's go.
Notice I'm not wearing my dad's season hat today.
You're taking the day off? Are you taking the day off from dad's season?
No, because Molly's at her doctor's appointment, so I'm full on dad. After, in between, before the show, we had a swim meet this morning. Dentist. Charlotte got a tooth pulled.
A swim meet?
Swim meet, yeah.
Wow, not like even practice, but like an actual meet.
A full blown meet
on a Tuesday morning. Just hey, everybody, let's do a Tuesday morning swim meet. Parents can all come to it. It's great.
And no disrespect to swimming, but one of the most boring sports to watch.
Meets are long. They are tough. Yeah, it is. They are tough.
Like those 44 seconds that your kid is swimming are really excited. The other 2 hours are brutal.
Yes.
And then they're sitting for an hour and a half and you're just watching other kids.
It's like going to a graduation in the water every time. That's literally what it is.
Graduation in the water. That is it.
That is so good. So we are here, and wherever you are where you are. And we assume that Cooper Pratt is in Milwaukee.
Correct.
Right? Like, I mean, it's 100%. No brainer. Cooper Pratt. Tommy Wirtz, when the lineup is announced today, which I know you love. Let's see, the leadoff show.
5 o'clock today.
Looking up, and it is gone.
It's almost time for the first pitch. Let's see who's in today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Lakeland University. Experience it your way. Visit lakeland.edu. It's the leadoff show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Thanks to Lakeland University for being a part of the leadoff show all season long. Experience it your way. Lakeland.edu.
Jeez, what a pro.
So
leading off for your Milwaukee Brewers today. This is the prediction. All right.
Yeah, this is just a prediction, by the way.
All right,
this is not, we don't have the lineup yet. For those of you.
Spin that prediction wheel.
DH leading off, Christian Yelich.
Yep.
In center field.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have Jackson Chourio batting second.
So good.
Okay.
Gosh, the guy's ridiculous.
At second base, Bryce Terang.
Okay.
Catching, William Contreras.
Love it so far.
Batting fifth in left field today, it'll be Jake Bowers.
The Bowers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Cooper Pratt.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
That sixth
you
spot.
just turned left.
Mm-hmm.
That's that hinge spot, too. He'll get a lot of at-bats.
Okay.
I changed my mind. Andrew Vaughn is at first base, batting sixth.
Yeah, that's what
batting
that's
seventh.
What I thought you meant.
At shortstop.
There you go.
It'll be Cooper Pratt.
That makes more sense.
What are the positions I missed?
Eighth in right field.
Right field, Sal Frelick, and then David Hamilton, third base.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
I
forgot about Andrew Vaughn.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have. He's a beast, but
I don't hate it. So,
I was so focused on getting Jake in the lineup.
Is literally the only question is Sal and Cooper, like who is 7 and who is 8? Like that's the only question.
Yeah,
right?
that's the only one I would assume. Cooper probably bats 8th today, but I'm rooting for him.
7th.
I'm rooting for him to bat 7th.
I put him in that 7th spot.
Yeah.
Behind Vaughn. Like let him. Yeah.
Behind Vaughn in front of Sal.
I'm really curious if Joey Ortiz plays shortstop or third base after today.
After today. If Joey Ortiz is the backup shortstop, is he the backup third baseman as well now? Because the presumed move is that Luis Bonhifo will be.
He's gonzo. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
that's the assumption.
The only time he ever was good is when one of you guys bet him to get a hit in a parlay.
That was me.
I think
every time I bet parlayed Bonhifo into those saying like he got a hit.
Yeah,
you manifested it to happen.
I know. One of his 2 hits a week. You guys always had it. You guys always had it. The fact that he did not homer his entire tenure, he might be worse than Jesse Winker. Now, as a member of the Milwaukee Brewers,
no,
he might be.
No, because Jesse Winker was a. Can I say a DICLQMP?
He was
a jerk.
He was a jackwagon. He was a jackwagon for sure. But he at least hit a home run. And Jesse Winker caused this
home run.
Jesse Winker caused us more pain because he made a playoff roster over Garrett Mitchell. I can give you that. But as far as production, Luis Rengifo might be one of the worst free agent signings the Brewers have ever made in the history of their organization.
Oh, except that he's $3.5 million. Like,
regardless,
what was Winker? What did they pay Winker?
Ooh, I don't know if they paid him more than that.
Yeah.
Even I think he was on a 1-year deal at the time too, because they traded him.
Do we give him, like, we give this Brewers organization a pass on like whiffing occasionally, right?
I mean,
I got to give them a pass. Like, they're still dominating. It's like, okay, like they took, they thought they were getting a guy that could hit some home runs, have a little power, like help them out there, and they didn't get it. So you just, I will give them, you'll give them more credit, I think, if they move on. It's like we applaud the Packers when they moved on from Nate Hobbs. It's like, you have to understand when it's time to cut ties. And if that's what they do, then you're like, all right, you took a shot and it didn't work.
To be fair, Jesse Winker, it looks like it was I can't look at Spotrac from like later for some reason, but the article has an assumption of $8 million for the year.
Because he was a power hitter.
So,
right.
Yeah,
so I think that's worse.
I get it. Totally could argue that as well. But Luis Rengifo's production was awful for this Brewers team.
Tommy in Bayview writes in on the YouTube channel. Remember, we are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Instagram, and we are live on Twitter. Pratt will have more taters in 1 month than all the other left side infielders have all year. Pratt will also finish with more than weak sauce
Frelick.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Frelick, I think, has 3 home runs. So Pratt could finish, but Pratt's not really a power hitter.
He doesn't have a whole lot of thump.
Not yet, at least. The thought is that it will develop.
Also important to remember, Cooper Pratt, young guy. Like, he was way ahead of schedule in his development, and he's, I believe, younger than Jackson Chourio now.
I think that's right.
So he's now going to be the youngest guy on the roster, which we have not seen since Jackson Chourio. Yeah. And it's a big debut. It's probably the biggest debut since Jackson Chourio, and then before that, probably Keston Hiura. One of those worked out really great. One of those did not for the Milwaukee Brewers. However, Keston's first year was amazing.
Was great.
And they made that mistake of sending him up, sending him down, sending him up, sending him down. The DFA of Luis Rengifo now solidifies that Cooper Pratt is here to stay. Like, he will be up with this big league ball club for the rest of the season. I am much more intrigued at who that 40th man on the roster now will become, because Luis Rengifo getting DFA'd, Cooper Pratt was already on the 40-man. Right. So now losing a spot on that 40-man opens up another spot for a different player to be put on that 40-man, who I assume is going to be Jet Williams.
But remember, they can keep that open for a little while. Yeah. You don't need to fill that spot. So they may be looking for additional reliever help.
Yeah.
Or whatever it might be. There could be moves to be made.
I have this question. Do we see Quinn Priester this year, or is he just struggling so much?
I was just going to bring up that point after here. I believe his 60-day, which takes him off that roster spot, is retroactive, so they could activate him whenever off of that because he hasn't played all year. So it could be bringing back Quinn Priester for a 40-man spot to be on there. I don't think that's what's happening because, again, all signs showing that he is not progressing very well. Yeah. And if I had to guess today,
hate to see it.
No, I won't. I don't think we will see Quinn Priester. If the answer is yes or no, I'm going to say no. I don't think Quinn Priester comes up.
What kind of day, if Cooper Pratt, is up and is playing today, what kind of day makes everybody feel good and optimistic?
Get a hit.
Just one hit.
Yeah, get a hit today. Get off your schneid of, you got to be able to get a hit in the big leagues. Do that today. If he goes 1 for 4, I think that's fine. Yeah, just get a hit. There's no other,
just no air, no issues in the field.
Yeah, clean on defense. Clean on defense. Get a hit today, and I think everyone's happy with Cooper Pratt's debut.
I obviously he's got to go out there and get his bat going. That's important with this lineup, obviously too, with what they're looking for. But I think the worst case scenario is if he's just not good in the field too. If he comes out and it's everything's a little bit too big for him at the moment, which it shouldn't be. And you hope that the guys in that clubhouse, from Murph to Yelich to I'm sure Bill puts his arm around him. He just seems like that calming force in there, and just hey, you played baseball your whole life. It's like Charles Woodson said to me, right? It's you've done this forever. It's not going to be that different. Get that first one going.
Yep.
Just get into this game. You're going to be fine, kid. And don't put too many expectations on him.
Well, and with that, Mace, I think my answer to your question is if he goes 0 for 3 or 0 for 4, I don't care as long as like he doesn't look lost. Like if he looks like he's comfortable,
Yeah,
if he looks like he's bounced, yeah, like don't strike out 4 times.
Swinging at strikes, not balls.
Right.
Yeah.
Not, yeah. Just look
making
like
good choices.
Look like you belong. And I think again, like you guys just said it perfectly. Like you swing at strikes, you let balls go, you make the plays in the field.
I was thinking it's like
just look like you belong.
If he gets set up well, right? Yeah. Like if it's like all of a sudden he's got guys on base and he hits a sac fly, like something where it's like he just does the things that are expected of him. That's all we can hope for. I think it's just don't do anything that a young, like, let's not see like young first-time player mistakes.
Right. I agree.
Just do what's expected of you as a baseball player.
A couple interesting messages in the Nikolai Law Talking text line. 920 says Cooper should bat 9th, has some protection behind him then because he'd be batting in front of Yelich. Not a black hole, so he can get pitched to. Like if Hamilton was batting behind him. I don't know that I really believe in that when you're batting 8th or 9th. I think Hamilton, I like that concept of him batting 9th in that 9 hole.
So
having that speed guy.
Hitter,
that speed guy in front of the lineup. So I would lean toward Pratt batting 8th. I have no problem like Tommy had him batting 7th, though. And then 414 says, what if he goes 1 for 5 with 4 strikeouts, no errors? Is that a good day? And I'm going to immediately say that is a great day because if your 8-hitter gets 5 at-bats, that means you've scored a lot of runs.
Also, I was thinking the same thing.
So I don't care about day. Like, yes, that might not be a great day for Cooper specifically, but if he makes no errors and they put 8 up on, if they put up a snowman,
nice.
Yeah, if they put up 8, they're going to win this game, and I'll take 1 for 5 with 4 strikeouts, knowing that now he has something to build on. Now he has room to grow.
Okay,
again,
what if he
swinging
goes
at strikes, not chasing things, not like trying. Like it's always my concern with young guys when they step up into a new role is trying to do something outside themselves, like trying to manifest something to happen. Just let it come to you. Like it'll be there. Don't go chasing things. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah, listen to him. All right. Now, I will say
to the rivers and the lakes. You knew it was coming, right?
What if he goes 0 for 2 with 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, no errors?
I like that even better.
Okay.
I love walks.
That's great.
Okay.
Man, for a young kid, for a young kid to take walks, I am absolutely on board because
does he steal bases?
He does. He does. He does
more than.
But you guys said it. Like
good.
For a young kid to show that kind of patience, to show that kind of plate knowledge and maturity,
that'd be good.
I mean, even one walk to me like is a harbinger of good things to come.
So
totally agree.
Tommy, harbinger.
No idea what the word means.
Quit harboring over here.
I will say this also about Cooper Pratt. He does not need to be the best player on the team. He does not need to be in the top 7 best players on the team.
Right.
He needs to be better than Luis Rengifo and Joey Ortiz. That's it. That's all he has to do. Yeah. He does not have to be a top 7 player on this team.
Great spot.
Yes.
Like just like the expectations are very, very low at the moment for that one spot. Everything else, I think expectations are either probably extremely high or just like, in the right place. Like they are proving their expectations are adequate. Like those expectations are low. So Cooper Pratt stepping in at the right time to I totally agree with you. Just click a little bit higher than those two and everyone's going to love him.
Yes.
Like he has nothing to lose there.
Here's what I love about Cooper Pratt just at the AAA level this year. He's already got 34 walks. His batting average, his on-base percentage, is more than 100 points higher than his batting average. And that means you're getting on base. That means the strike zone. That means you're taking walks. And he does have 17 steals. I mean, he's got to be among the league leaders in steals at AAA. 17's a lot of steals.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easier in the minors too.
But he had 31 last year. He had 27 the year before. I mean, clearly he can steal. Like it's not nothing.
I think a full season of work, if he got 15, you'd be pretty happy at the big league level.
You think so?
I maybe 20. I don't think he's a 30 stolen base guy at the big league level. I don't think so. I mean, Bryce Terang is like a 35 stolen base guy. He is nowhere near Bryce Terang on stolen base.
Oh, you brought the name up. I was about to bring up Bryce Terang.
Yeah,
are we worried about Bryce?
No, he got an off day. He's about to lock in.
Okay,
he's about to lock in. Also, it might not be a bad thing if he struggles at some points during the season, and then maybe you can talk to him about getting paid. So I'm all in.
or getting hits in the NLCS.
Okay, good. But
Struggle during the season.
sign
so you're
him
better
before
in the
he
NLCS,
does. Sign him before he does good in the NLCS.
All right.
Sign him before that, because
Yeah, you don't
otherwise
want
then you're
him
going
to
to
have
price
a
yourself
worldie.
out. He's going to be fine. He is still easily one of the best players on this team.
Real quick, the other thing I like about Cooper Pratt, he's only got 2 hours this year. So he has been fielding very well.
What I don't want to see is Cooper Pratt play third base. Do not bring him up and start moving him around all over the diamond. I don't want that.
Right. He's only played shortstop this season. In the minors, he's only played shortstop. I think I was listening to a radio show, Mason, with Tim Allen and Tommy Wirtz. I think it's called the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show.
Oh, it was after. Okay, it was the postgame.
Yeah, and they replayed their interview with Cooper Pratt from earlier in the season.
Spring
training. And I think this was, and I think it was you guys who talked to him. He mentioned that he played third base a bunch in high school, but he hasn't played it in 4 years, but he could play it. He's more comfortable if he had to switch to second, which of course wouldn't make a whole lot of sense because Bryce Turang's there. But like he has no professional experience at third base. So let's keep him away from third base for now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
I mean, I think that's fair.
We're all on the same page.
I think we're all on the same.
I mean, I got to throw him in the hit parlay today, right? You gotta.
Do they do on base part, like is on base? Can you get like reaches base?
I don't think so.
Is that
I think
it
it's
has to be a base hit
or
because I love reaching base once, but I would bet on a walk over a hit for him. I don't know if you could do that
because you're a hater.
No, I'm not a hater. I'm a realist. Oh, we're gonna get along great. Oh,
okay, Trevor Thomas.
Nailed it.
We're gonna call you Disney
All right.
Mitch.
We got
Disney Mitch.
We got Giannis to talk about. I know Tommy just wants to talk about Jordan Love for the next hour, so we got that to talk about. We've got all sorts of things, and Brett, we got to get into the Brendan Sorsby story as well.
Paul Wagner at 1.
Who? Pitcher? Can he still throw 95?
Do you think if the Packers drafted Sorsby and the compensatory pit as a compensatory
and
pick,
got rid of Tyrod Taylor,
whatever this is?
Oh God,
got rid of Tyrod Taylor. How would we feel? How many articles would there be about that?
I wouldn't bet on it. How about that?
Nice, that's fair. He's Mason Crosby. He's telling me where time. Mitch Nelson, aka Thunder. We are the Mason Crosby Show. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, Tommy Wirtz, Mason Crosby here.
What's up?
Hey, Mace. So, is Charlotte had a tooth pulled, you said?
Yeah, she's had
She
a couple
okay?
weird ones where, like her baby tooth
does she
doesn't like
sneak?
fall out.
Okay,
whenever,
so she's
like,
not sneaking sugar or stuff
no,
like that.
so
Okay.
it was just like one of her primary baby teeth was like stuck behind one of
Yeah.
her.
Didn't wanna
adult
come
tooth,
out.
and so they just had to numb her up and pop that thing
Oh
out.
God,
You don't like that?
I hate the dentist.
Yeah.
I had to
hate
help
that.
pull a tooth when she was little because it was like
Really?
an emergency deal, and it was just the dentist came in and was like, you gotta help me with this. I was like, oh gosh,
Isn't this your job, Doc?
I know. I was like, what do you want me to
What
do
are we
here?
doing here?
I don't know if there's
Fire that
any
guy.
other situation I hate being in more than going to the dentist.
Really?
Oh, I hate the dentist.
Oh, man.
Do you have
hate it.
bad teeth? Like, do you get a lot
Well,
of
I mean,
cavities?
as a kid, I did, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
wow.
And I remember one
makes
time
sense.
I had 4 at once.
What?
Something like that.
4
yeah.
cavities?
Yeah, and it was each quadrant of the mouth
Oh.
too, so I got numbed everywhere.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, I hate
That's
the
the
dentist.
worst.
Now numbing is like, ooh, I'll take more of that, please. Let's go.
Give me the numb and the gas.
I had
Exactly.
the braces, hated that, and
Dude, I had braces for 4 years.
yeah, I had them for like
Ooh.
9 months, and I was like, no.
9 months.
Well, I had the
You just quit
triangle-
on it?
What, were you pregnant?
No, I didn't quit.
Oh, I
Nice.
I didn't
You were
quit
just like,
on
nope,
it. They were
I'm
like
done.
they were like the fast braces or whatever.
Ah.
I hate it. No. There's literally, I can't think of another scenario which I would rather, like, you could fear factor me, dump me in centipedes, and I think I would
No,
almost find it.
Centipedes?
Yeah.
Stop.
Rattlers?
No, snakes or mice, I probably wouldn't do as great. But
Mice?
bugs, I got no problem with. Oh yeah, mouse. I've already told that to
come
Alyssa,
on.
where if like a mouse runs by, I will like not freak out in your face, but on the inside, just know I am screaming. Like
You didn't jump on a chair?
no, I wouldn't freak out that bad. Like I said, if it's a mouse, but I
Right.
couldn't live in New York because I don't want to see a rat that big.
Oh, they're everywhere, though.
Like, no, I
Yeah.
can't. I can't. Like, I seriously, that will disqualify me from ever living in that city because I could
That's
not.
it. That's
I
it.
could not. No,
That's the
Rats.
reason.
That's rats are
I
keeping
saw-
you away from New
what-
York.
Dude,
what did I
you're so cut ahead.
no, when I was in Madison, a muskrat came up through the sewer when it was raining really hard there once. Have you ever seen those
Oh
things?
yeah. Oh,
What
yeah.
do they provide to the society? Like, to anything? Why
What
do
do
we
they do?
have those?
I don't have
What
an
do they
answer
do?
for you.
I
What
don't
do they
know.
do? Who
Yeah.
eats muskrats and what do
They-
muskrats eat?
They destroy shorelines too.
Yeah,
Like, they're-
yeah,
they're-
just
they're
get
a
rid of
menace.
all of them. They got tails. They look like beaver. Oh god.
What's going on right now?
So
Dude,
you do
I got-
not like rodents. Rodents
No,
are not.
no.
You're not a fan.
No, if I see a-
Welcome to the Wildlife Hour on the Mason Crosby
I
Show.
will punch
Nature.
a capybara in the face. I have no problem with
Bunch
that.
of capybara.
Dude, capybara are all the rage right now
yeah,
because
they're
of
kind of cute.
because of
Come
what's
on.
his name song,
don't care.
Somber's song.
Yeah,
like
they're-
I
We're-
cannot express that my skin is crawling with this
just thinking about it.
conversation.
I love
Oh man, you
Ugh.
told everybody. You shouldn't have shared your fears. Now.
I'm gonna come touch you with a feather of a
Seriously.
dead bird.
Over.
I don't care about birds.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, birds you're fine with.
I eat my
They'll-
mom owned a bird.
They'll
I had a
peck
bird.
your eyes out.
Yeah, I can punch a bird if it's that close.
Punch a bird.
Paul Wagner's next. We, I can't even breathe.
Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
This is the Mason Crosby Show, hour number 2. Mitch Nellis, Tommy Wirtz, Mason Crosby's here.
Crosby's here.
Was that a question?
Mason Crosby's
think,
here?
no, that's Eastern.
I just burnt my hand trying to change a light bulb. That didn't feel good.
Oh, because you touched it while you didn't let it cool off, or what happened?
Well, I thought it was. There was like a little metal piece. It was a little hot.
Don't you have LEDs, bro?
That's why I'm replacing these old like spotlights in this room with all LED stuff. So yeah.
It's only
Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Garbage.
What up?
What's
Mountain
garbage?
Time Zone?
Mountain time zone.
I'm working over here, man. I'm just trying to do a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, you're only 15 years late. to
If there were
LED
no time
replacements.
zones, oh my gosh. If there were no time zones, would the Iranian national men's soccer team still be in America?
I don't even know
What does that have to do?
I don't. I'm just wondering. Like they drew yesterday and had to immediately get on their bus and go back to Mexico.
Mason,
They were like, "You cannot be in
out.
America."
put it into football terms what Cape Verde tying
Oh my
Spain
gosh.
is.
Yeah.
Dude, like one of the biggest. Yeah, I mean, it has to be the biggest tie in the history of the World Cup.
Is it like
what
UW
everyone said.
Whitewater tying the Kansas City Chiefs?
No, I
Okay.
don't think it's that low.
Is it like?
So it'd be Alabama.
It'd be
tying
like
Chiefs.
Alabama tying an NFL team.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Like,
All right.
you know, everyone's always like, "Oh, the best team in college could beat the worst team in the NFL."
no, they get crushed.
No, it would be like that.
Okay.
Yes, like the best college team tying an NFL team.
How about that goalkeeper going up like 5 million Instagram followers
Dude, he
in one
crushed,
day?
yeah.
Dude, he
You know
got a
what's
standing
crazy?
ovation from the Spanish crowd. Like the whole crowd gave him a standing ovation after that game.
Yeah, well, he should have.
I know,
because he
but that's like
dominated.
you don't see that often that the opposing team.
Well, have you seen? I mean, Cape Verde on the coast of like northern Africa. I mean, it's just a
It's made
tiny
up of
little
10
island.
islands.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I'll bring it into at the break. I'll go get it for the next segment. I actually have a Cape Verde jersey.
Oh, of
Oh,
course. you do.
oh my God.
Of
Humble
course you do.
brag.
No, it's
Unbelievable.
crazy that this happened. So the guy Neil Booth, who set up the deal
Here we
up in Green Bay for the World Cup event.
Oh, nice.
He works for the U.S. Soccer Federation and does stuff, and he helps other federations around the world. And randomly, he was like, "I'm helping Cape Verde and their federation this year." He's like, "I want to send you one of their jerseys." He literally sent me a jersey, a Cape
Kinda
Verde
awesome.
jersey, and then they go and tie Spain.
That's kind of cool.
They could get smoked the rest of the tournament, but that moment is going to like
You can't
propel
take
them.
away that tie.
No,
Well, you can't. I mean,
you
a
can't.
tie in soccer,
You can't take away that
0-0
point.
tie
They got a point.
against Spain is
Right.
insanity.
Yeah.
It gives them a chance. I
Man,
mean,
Tommy,
who knows?
you
They
hate
play that
Earth.
well against Spain, and that's going to be that's the toughest game in that. If they go and beat someone else, they could advance. I mean, they'll more than likely
All right.
advance to the next
All right,
round.
let's
which would
bring
be
in our-
insane.
Let's bring in our soccer guru. Joining us now, he is pitcher extraordinaire, and I'm sure he's a soccer guru as
You
well.
know he is.
Maybe not.
He's probably thunder chicken hunting in Cape Verde right now.
Wow.
They probably have a bunch of them there.
Former Brewers pitcher, our baseball insider, Paul Wagner. Wags, how you doing, brother?
Good Lord, I thought we were doing soccer talk. I said, I think maybe you got me on the wrong segment.
Seriously.
Listen,
I
Friday.
do know Michael King. I'm a real good friend of Michael King, and Michael King is obviously not the outdoor soccer champion, phenom, unbelievable person as well as athlete, but he is the Milwaukee Wave, and I believe he is still the Milwaukee Wave's leading scorer, and he is a hunter extraordinaire as well.
There you
I love
go.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. Is that as far as your soccer acumen goes, Paul? Is
And he-
knowing someone that's played?
Yes, anything doing with running, if I have to run, it's like no soccer for me, no track and field for me. That's not fun in my eyes.
Did you ever?
Awesome.
Yeah. So you never jogged to the mound or jogged off. It was always a nice stroll back and forth.
Leisurely stroll.
I leisurely strolled, unless, of course, most of the times when I didn't perform well and Jim Leland had a lung dart in his hand, I tried to run up to the clubhouse as fast as I could.
I love it. I love it.
That's awesome. Well, Paul, as Mason was in Green Bay watching the U.S. absolutely destroy Paraguay, the rest of us Friday night were flipping back and forth between the U.S. victory and Jacob Mizorowski with one of the greatest performances in human history on the pitcher mound. How do you put what he did Friday night into perspective in terms of how great that one game, like put it in a vacuum, how great was that one game?
Probably goes down as one of the best ever. I mean, we call it a Maddox for a reason. I believe it's under 100 pitches, complete game, 15 punchies. No, you asked me a long time ago, is this a one of one? Is this a unicorn? And I think we all agreed that he is a unicorn. And to bunch it up, to compare it to somebody, I was talking to somebody and they were saying, well, this Chase Burns kid from Cincinnati is good. That kid Butch Chandler from Pittsburgh, Paul Skeens, Shohei. I said, I'm going to tell you what. You ask every single GM in baseball right now, and if a GM tells you that they would not want, number one, Jacob Mizorowski on their roster as their number one right now with team control, salary manipulative, whatever you want to say, if there's a GM in Major League Baseball that says they would rather have somebody else on the mound, they're crazy and they should be removed from that position.
I love it. And I love Mizorowski's like personality, his demeanor, because I think Murph called him like he's a little Forrest Gump-ish, and then he posts on his social media his face on Tom Hanks sitting on the bench, Forrest Gump, and like he just doesn't. He's not taking himself too seriously, but he's got fire in his belly when he's on the mound, and then he's a Pokemon guy, and he's like a kid, and all these things. And I love that demeanor, and it keeps him – I feel like it's keeping him grounded through all of this because he could read his press clippings and things could start, unraveling pretty quick, but he just keeps showing up every day and doing it at such a high level.
Absolutely, because however they're keeping him grounded, and I don't know how he was raised. I know a couple guys. We had a guy here that I think they went to the University of Missouri. I think he originally – committed to Mizzou, and then he ended up going to like Crowder Junior College in Missouri or something like that. But the background in his upbringing, a Midwestern style, I believe, I think that's what keeps him grounded. He understands how good he is, but he also knows that little quirkiness about him. And if he stays where he's at, he feels, and I think a lot of people feel, he can be one of the best ever.
Well, he's now just like competing against himself to try to get that pitch even faster. I mean, the fact that he has all the fastest pitches in the league this year. I mean, for him to throw 104.5 is just insanity. I mean, we're going to see 105, don't you think? I mean, he's going to actually break that number. Do you think that's actually attainable in this season?
I would have said no before, but now I'm going to say absolutely, especially in his first inning. And if somebody pisses him off, he's the nicest guy. He's smiling all the time, kind of goofy, like you said, Forrest Gump.
He's got that fire.
I would hate to piss him off, because if you piss him off, he's coming with maybe $1.06, and you got no chance.
Well, you saw good batters, on Friday. You saw Schwarber and Harper. They are trying to swing as early as they can, and their bats they literally could not catch up. And then he throws that 90-mile-an-hour sinker and curveball that just bring them to their knees. That is the difference this year, right? Is is his changeup, like that changeup pitch that all of a sudden the guy loads up on and just falls on their face trying to catch up to that fastball. And they're so far ahead of that pitch, which is crazy to think that 92 is his curveball and his changeup. What do you say about that? Like how he's found those pitches and the command that he's gotten. Is that to you something that is even more impressive than just the velocity? Because he had velocity last year, but like all of those things have made him this complete pitcher now.
To answer your question, the right way would be yes. I am more impressed. I think you can teach. I think you can teach a kid, an athlete. You can teach a kid how to pitch. You can tell him when to. You can tell him how to sequence a pitch. When do you need to change speeds? How can you read a bat? How bad is he behind you? How is this? You can learn when to mix in the breaking ball, when the slider, the changeup. So to come with you, the most impressive thing is throwing 105. You said the best hitters. I mean, we saw some of them in Philly, the Schwarbers and the Trey Turners and these guys. They can't hit it because they've never seen it before. So mixing in pitches just makes it even worse for the hitter. But the overall thing is nobody can even practice. You can't even practice.
That's right.
You say practice? You can't even practice against this guy because nobody's ever seen it before. It's just absolutely stupid crazy.
Well, it looks we got Paul Wagner joining the Mason Crosby show here, and it looks like our top two guys are studs. You got Miz and you got Harrison. Who do you want to see in that number 3 spot, like moving forward? Like who do you think has kind of earned that third starting, pitching position? And do you see them going and maybe trying to find something to add into this starting pitching rotation?
I think I really like to see the kid today who missed last year. I really thought before Gasser's injury, I'm not saying he's out of the picture, and I'm not saying he's our number 3. But to answer a question kind of on a sidetrack, I think he has that potential. He's gotten sidelined a little bit, but I think Gasser's there. I like him. Does Priester come back? Does Woodruff come back? Do something like that happen? I think the Milwaukee Brewers are in a situation right now where they are pretty damn good. They know it. They have 2 donkeys at the top of that rotation, and whatever they need, I think they may need to make that move to make sure it's there, because this is a World Series team, and I don't know if the Cooper Pratt signing and bringing up or moving around is to take over for the all-world Bryce Terang. In my opinion, I hate to say it, but I think Bryce Terang is the complete player. I think he has shown so many different aspects of the game and how valuable he is. I think Bryce Terang has almost maybe possibly priced himself out of Milwaukee. So does Cooper Pratt come, learn to play second base? Mate is obviously your shortstop of the future. Pena, what do you do with Lara? I think you have a loaded minor league system where you can actually decide which way you want to go in the future, but not harming that plan, but giving away a few assets to absolutely add to a World Series team. And this is a World Series team. They won 97 games last year. The last 2 years, Merck's been at the helm. This team is pretty darn good. And it'd be sad to see them, maybe, in my opinion, sad, maybe not others. My opinion, be very sad if they don't make the additions needed. What those are to be determined. But additions need to be made because we can win and we can be successful in World Series.
Paul Wagner joining us here on the Mason Crosby Show. Paul, I wanted to bring up a point after you brought up Cooper Pratt. What are the emotions you're going through in a big league debut? Take us back to yours a little bit and compare the pressures that you think Cooper Pratt might be under, or the excitement that he might be under making his big league debut today for the Brewers.
Oh, he's overly excited. He's absolutely called everybody, his uncle. He's got his family here. He's got everybody's going. Everybody will be there. I think it's a kind of a relief for him. He signs a big contract. He's still down in Nashville. And at that time, I believe he was still hovering around 200, 210. He started to get hot a little bit, but people were questioning where did this move come from, and me being one of them. I would have liked to see the assets be improved or move somewhere else and bring Cooper along slower and let him progress. But obviously the organization feels he's ready. He feels he's ready. I think he's just excited. He just can't wait to get here because erase everything that happened before. Now he's a big leaguer. He's got a big league uniform on. He's playing big league baseball. He's in big league stadiums. And I'd like to see this kid not even look in that rearview mirror and never go back. I want to see him play here and prove to everybody, including myself, that this was a great deal. And the Brewers got Cooper Pratt signed for life.
And then the other side of it, what about as a teammate when you have someone who is maybe a higher profile prospect, someone you're excited about for the future coming into a locker room? What's it like from an outsider and a teammate perspective when you have someone coming into a locker room like that?
It can be tough. It really can be. It can be tough because you have a team here that's 4.5 games in first place, won 97 games last year. Whether you don't like the shortstop, you don't like the third base, you don't like the utility player, you want more production out of that as a fan, as a player, you want that. But those 27 guys have been busting their tails together, and somebody has to leave. Somebody has to leave. Cooper gets inserted into the lineup somewhere, wherever Pat Murphy feels is right. It can be tough, especially if he doesn't do well right off the bat. If he does well, everybody can shake it off, and this is a great thing. But if we're putting him in there and he struggles a little bit, if you lose a game or something, I'm not saying it's going to cause turmoil in the Brewer locker room, but for veterans that have played hard, there isn't a veteran on that team besides Jackson Churio, if I could be corrected, that signed a contract without ever playing in the big leagues guaranteed. So there's a little, we're human beings. There's animosity in the clubhouse. There really, it is. And if he doesn't perform, then maybe something could be upset. But if he performs and does well, every single guy in that clubhouse busted their tail, earned their contracts and stuff at the big league level, and he's here. So I think there's a little bit of pressure on him to do well.
Yeah, they're all competitors for sure. We talked a little earlier about this, like, what I would say and kind of seeing that from a football perspective. But say you're in that clubhouse, you're the veteran, you're Yelich, you're Contreras, you are one of the veteran guys. Like, what are you saying to Cooper Pratt when he comes in to either calm him down or make sure that he fits in where he needs to fit in? Because this team is tight knit. Even though there's a few holes and they want to kind of get better in some of these spots, like, they're still winning ball games and they're still a great team. So what would you say to him as a veteran player coming into this roster?
Well, they've all known him. They've known him from spring training and stuff. So it's not like a total, hey, who's the new guy? Is he a clubby? Is he a new bad boy? Because he looks so young? They know him. So a veteran's got to come and grab him, sort of like what I just said. Grab him around the shoulders, go for a little walk in the outfield, introduce them to a big league ballpark, just the two of them, and explain things. Hey, this is what it is. You've got to realize we know this is a cutthroat. Any sport, any professional sport is cutthroat. We've said this before. Upper management's job is to find somebody better than the 27 guys or whatever guys you have on the field.
They're always trying to replace you.
Exactly. And the guys on the field are their job is to play so damn good you can't find anybody better. So obviously there is some stress over there, the guys that haven't been performing. So they're going to feel a little bit of pressure. But then the big veteran comes in and puts his arm around his shoulder and tells them, you belong. You're going to be here. Try to fit in and do your job and try to stay under control.
That's right. Yeah, just making sure that culture is defined of, keep your head down, go to work, and then you're going to bust his chops a little bit too,
Right.
You got to earn this, all the stuff, they're going to try to bring him in and make sure it's like, we understand how this business works. If you want to be a part of this, you got to do it the right way and you got to do it this way. And you're not going to, some guys might not be happy, but then you talk to the Ortizes and those guys and you're going to say, hey, just keep working, your ride isn't over yet. You got to keep pushing and push him to the point that maybe you get another shot. You're going to play. So this is actually one of those moments, I think, for this Brewers team that can define a season. You bring a guy like Pratt up, and if it goes well, then it's like, man, this culture is for real. And now you could see this team truly being one of those teams of destiny, because if they handle this process really well, I think that speaks so much to what the culture is there in this organization.
I agree with that statement 100%. This will tell you exactly what it is, and it is. It's a tough move. It really is a tough move for the organization, and it wasn't just off of a whim. I guarantee you there was a lot of talk and a lot of conversation on whether to do it, when to do it. Does the June 16th after multi-year contracts? I don't know the CBA. I don't know if you sign a contract multi-year. Can you be traded? Could Cooper Pratt or could Lara be traded before today's deadline of noon or 7 p.m. Central Time, whatever, because it's the June 16th deadline? I don't know. Are you putting guys in the big leagues for reasons other than what you're doing? But there's a lot of thought behind why this was done, when it was done, and with whom it was done. Don't just think it was, we skipped Monday and we just went down to Cooper Pratt because we did it. There's always a thought process behind management's actions. And this is an action, both of those actions were actions taken with very good thought.
Paul Wagner with us on the guest hotline powered by Gruber Law. We've talked a lot about Miz and about Pratt, and I want to keep it going with the young guys. I think you guys made a great point about the culture of the clubhouse. And I do have, maybe just a little bit of concern about really how young it is. And do you have enough veterans to put your arm around Cooper Pratt and kind of keep him grounded? But another guy I want to talk about, I got to talk about Kyle Harrison, because after giving up 436 runs in Las Vegas in just like a crazy ballpark game, for him to come back the way he did against who he did it against on Sunday, like, I know that Miz gets all the flowers, but I don't think we can understate how impressive of a comeback start that was for Harrison.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable with what the Milwaukee Brewers, Chris Hook, Henderson, that whole analytic department, what they do with pitching and how they predict and what they want. Obviously, there are some misses, but when they take a guy and they want to increase or reduce his arm angle, they want to get Harrison with more extension. They want him to finish his pitches. The analytics and the thought process and the idea of taking a chance and turning guys into that is just stupid good, because Harrison wasn't like a random guy. He wasn't like I always say this about Andrew Vaughn. Like everyone says, oh, Andrew Vaughn comes over here. Look, he got out of Chicago. He was a first round draft pick. He didn't sneak up on anybody. You know what? Kyle Harrison was a top prospect with the Giants before he went over to Boston. I mean, there's stuff there. So that's what I like about how the Milwaukee Brewers take it. And they break it down. They probably break down so many different targets in the league and how they can make them better and where they can be more efficient and become the caliber that we have right here with Harrison. I agree with you. That's a 1-2 punch that I'd take with anybody. And if you do make a move and you obtain another one, I'm not saying a Flaherty or someone like that, but if you go after and dump a prospect and you get a stud, this 3-man rotation for as long as you could have it, and if Woodruff comes back, if Priester becomes healthy, if Gasser, if anybody, Henderson down there, you can find that 4th and 5th spot. But man, what a rotation.
My last question for you, Paul, because just talking about contracts and different things, we haven't talked much about the CBA and like the negotiations between the players in the Major League Baseball. Has there been any new news, any new presentations of like what this deal could look like, or are we just going to kind of expect this thing to expire here in December? Or do you think they're going to get something done and get closer to a resolution here?
I haven't seen anything yet since that last proposal by the owners on the counteract, but I don't think anything is going to happen. I truly believe there's going to be a stoppage, unfortunately, for this great game. I don't know. They're going to have to come and find something that works for both. You cannot have a $500 million payroll. And don't get me wrong, I'm a player. I believe in getting all the money. I don't want a salary cap. But you can't have the Miami Marlins coming in at $69 million. Yeah. I mean, you just can't do that. And I've always said, they go, well, this is this. There's 30 seats. There's 30 seats at this poker table. And if you go to Vegas and you're sitting at that table and there's 30 guys sitting around you and that min is $1,000 a hand in blackjack and you can't afford that, you get up and you move to the other table where there's $100 min. And then I can go gamble on that one because this is big boy money. This is big boys. And if you can't perform or you can't play with the big boys, and you're just going to bitch and moan about the LA Dodgers, their group, their TV deal, their revenue streams, and this and that, and then go cry somewhere else, in my opinion, because I'm a player now. You know what? Get out the seat. Sell it. There's a lot of billionaires out there that would love to buy the Milwaukee Brewers. And I'm just using them as an example. Believe me, no arrow thrown at Mark Antonanis or the Brewers. I'm just using them as a small market team. But there's a lot of people that would be very interested in spending money and winning and buying one of those 30 seats at that poker table.
I totally agree. I think a floor is the bare minimum that has to happen in this deal, is that they have to create a floor for everybody to spend. And that will benefit players also, in this deal. But yeah, I just if they put a hard cap on some of these teams, I just think the Dodgers, the Mets, some of these high paying teams are just going to fight tooth and nail to keep that cap from being too low, because they want to be able to go out and get the players that they want, and they don't want the restrictions.
I remember back to spring training one year back in early 2000s. I can't remember exactly when George Steinbrenner passed away, but when George was still running the Yankees, and someone was complaining about, I believe at that time it was a $200 or $250 million, $220 million payroll. And he said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to spend my $220 million the way I want to, because if I win the World Series in New York, it's going to be worth $1 billion to me.
Exactly.
And I look at that regardless of where you are. Look what it did for the Kansas City Chiefs in football. Look what it'll do. The Kansas City Royals. It would do that for the Milwaukee Brewers. Maybe not $1 billion, but if money was put the right way, and I just use the Brewers again because I love the Brewers so much, man, it would be a kickback. They would reap benefits for a long time, especially with veterans and free agents coming here to be part of the let's be Reggie White and change the Packers scenario. Now we can bring guys here to change the Milwaukee Brewers scenario.
I love it, Paul.
Awesome. Paul Wagner, what are you up to this week?
Boys, we got the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks in town for a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here at Dot-Com Stadium in Oconomowoc, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we jump to Chicago. We play the Chicago Dogs down at Rosemont, and we got a couple guys that are hoping maybe one of those days in Chicago gets trained out because Morgan Wallen down there at Soldier Field. So if we're getting ready now, I think they want to run down and see Morgan Wallen. But so we got Fargo in town this week, and then we head to Chicago. But the boys are going in an update real quick. We did lose another pitcher the other day. His name is Luke Hansel. He's actually a Milwaukee kid, went to UWM, played here for me for a little bit of last year, started this year out. The Colorado Rockies signed him. Showed up down in Arizona yesterday, and they signed him to Fresno. So Luke Hansel, the Wisconsin UWM Panther, he will be at Fresno in high A ball with the Colorado Rockies.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congrats to him, and we'll keep our eye out for him. And Paul, thank you so much. Enjoy, take it to Fargo Moorhead, and enjoy Chicago, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, let's get it, boys. Have a good one.
All right, that's Paul Wagner, baseball insider, on the guest hotline powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Tommy, I don't have an email yet.
Would you be surprised if I told you I know someone on the Fargo Moorhead Redhawks?
No,
not.
No.
Shout out Aiden Byrne.
Yep, they played on Wilmer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Luke Hansel did play on the. He was on the Mallards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know if that.
Very nice.
K-Town is K-Town Kenosha.
K-Town, I was there. I was there when Luke.
In
I
2020?
thought that name sounded
In 2020?
familiar. Yeah, 100%. I was there. Yep.
Yep.
That was. I worked for the Kingfish and for the Bobbers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
So Luke
The
Hansel.
Bobbers. I love
Man,
that.
Luke
Dude, K-Town Bobbers.
Yeah.
That was the
K-Town
best
Bobbers.
merch the Northwoods League has put out there for a primary team. The best merch.
Brendan
Oh,
Sorsby says, Texas Tech, I don't need your money. I'm going to go be a millionaire because some stupid A double crooked letter NFL team is going to sign me in the supplemental draft. Brendan Sorsby, he's our favorite gambler. He's not on the show next, but we're going to talk about him
We're going
next.
to talk about him.
It's the Mason Crosby Show.
Know when to hold 'em, when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk away. And know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting.
When you're sitting in the locker room betting on your team.
That's right.
That's right. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder, Tommy Wirtz, Mason Crosby here. Nice K-Town bobbers you got up there on the screen for everybody on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Did you design that, Tommy?
No, but that was the
That's a sick.
only.
I love that logo. I
Dude,
need
the
that
bobber
shirt.
Great
baseball
logo.
top. I have a bobber hat somewhere around my apartment here, but yeah, it's the only year they were ever around. I was there in 2020, so it was the K-Town Bobbers and the Kenosha Kingfish played
Yep.
30 game series. Yeah, like because they just played each other. They
Just
were in
played
the
each
bubble.
other the whole
Right,
time.
because they were in the bubble.
Oh, that's
Also
right, the
in the bubble,
Forgot about the bubble.
Drake Baldwin, the catcher for the
He
Atlanta
got
Braves.
activated today.
Nice.
So Drake
On
Baldwin
my
was
fantasy
also
team.
a K-Town
Madison
bobber.
kid.
I've got a couple guys that are in the works here across the league now that are in minor league ball, but Drake Baldwin, easily the most famous guy I worked with. Brett Harris was also on the bobbers.
Nope.
I don't think I have anyone from California or Wilmer yet in the bigs, but
Okay.
yeah. And now Luke Hansel's chance
Yeah, there you go.
through the roof.
Can you bet on the K-Town bobbers?
You
are there betting
actually,
lines?
funny
Okay.
enough, you could bet on Northwoods League, like through the Northwoods League app. It was like,
Okay.
look at that. Look at that.
So, Mason,
Yes.
Tommy,
This is the gift.
this is the gift. This is my Hanukkah Christmas gift that I got. Did I get Friday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday on my desk when I got in.
Jeez.
This is on my desk. I was wondering if they were waiting till like after June 7th to deliver it.
Oh,
They
okay.
couldn't even get a Christmas gift by June 7th,
That's
but it is
amazing.
here. My own 6'7" bobblehead. For those of you watching
amazing.
on all the, and this is why you should be watching us on video and not just listening to us on the radio.
Yes.
Although we love all of you throughout the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Get
This
on
is-
that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right. This is my 6'7". Smash that like button too. We're so close to 4,000. Tommy needs it.
Yeah.
He needs it
I
bad.
ordered that. I ordered that in November for
That's
you.
amazing.
Remember,
And I
that's
got
the
it
one.
yesterday.
And you
So
got
where
it
did they make
yesterday.
that? Like, I mean, that's
It's
It was
the
through the National
did it come
Bobblehead
from
Museum.
North Korea?
no. It says made in China.
Probably somewhere.
on there.
I mean, it's got to be.
But it's through the National Bobblehead Museum is in Milwaukee.
yes.
Mason, if you haven't been there, we got it. When next time you're here with the kids,
Okay.
it is fun to walk through and see.
Okay,
I mean,
nice.
they have every bobblehead ever
Do
made.
they have life-size
Crazy.
bobbleheads?
They do.
They do.
They do.
Nice. I love that.
But yeah,
They got a bunch of Rogers and Favre, I believe.
I saw that in November. Mitch was the first person I bought a Christmas gift for all
It's
year
crazy
last
it took
year.
that long to get that.
And well, I didn't realize I was buying a pre-order and not just like buying.
Oh, that's right.
It
Yeah.
does say on there. It's like number
Made in
75.
China.
Yeah.
It is number 78 of 2025. So they
Yeah.
made 2025 because they were ordered in the year 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And I got number 78. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
I almost
Nice.
wish I had been 11 people earlier.
Oh, imagine if you were number 6'7" of 6'7"
Like,
bobblehead.
that one's
That'd
going
be
for
crazy.
$1,000 on eBay right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, it is.
So keep
7.8 is like 7.89. Like,
that. Mm.
Mm.
Oh,
Um,
6, 7, 8.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah, exactly.
bad.
6, 7, 8. Not, I'll take it.
You
So
gotta run.
Mason, the news came out yesterday. This morning, it was this morning.
This morning.
Brendan Sorsby plans to apply for the NFL supplemental draft. So first of all, Mason, what is the NFL supplemental draft?
Well,
Does anyone know?
I don't think like anyone really knows exactly why it is there, but there's been some decent names that have gone into the supplemental. Like Chris Carter, I didn't realize
Oh, okay.
was supplemental draft.
Was he ruled ineligible at school
don't
at some
know,
point?
yeah.
Because that's generally what it's for, right? Guys who
Josh-
are
was it
ruled
Josh
ineligible.
Gordon, the
Oh,
receiver? Then he had some.
Oh, he was
obviously,
a
Wasn't
mess.
Bo
he continued to
Jackson
have issues.
like Bo didn't want to sign with Tampa, and then he entered the supplemental draft type thing. I think
Ooh.
Bo
Oh.
Jackson was
That
one.
might be.
But
Terrell Pryor went in the supplemental draft.
oh, really
Oh.
interesting. Okay, so when is the NFL supplemental draft?
It's got to be coming up
Sometime
here, I
in
think.
June, it
End of
says.
June.
I don't know that we actually have a date.
The deadline for players to apply and be approved by the NFL is June 22nd.
Ooh,
But I did see that we talked about last week, like why is the university there at Tech not doing anything? And that's what ended up happening. I'm pretty sure the Board of Regents, right? I saw that letterhead. They said like he cannot play for this Texas Tech football team. He cannot.
This is the worst PR
university.
in the history of the school. And we've had, so in the history of college football.
So this isn't Sorsby being like, I'm going to do the right thing, or I'm going to just like get out of here. Like he's forced to do something. And again, like talk about opportunity, but like who is going to take a flyer on him? Yeah, he might have talent, all that, but like he is proving to be. He gambles on his own team. He's now at his third team in the last 4 years. Like this guy has a proven track record of not just kind of doing the right thing or like doing the consistent thing. He's going to be an issue. Mm-hmm. So like the Raiders have to be like front runners to take him, or the Jets.
I was going to say the Jets,
right?
So
but the Raiders put him with Mendoza and Kirk Cousins, and let's see if we can't clean this, this ship.
He can't go to Vegas.
Make him a dad.
He can't go to Vegas.
Oh my God!
Not go. No,
he has to go to Vegas. Like
throw him right in.
Go to Vegas.
All right, so you're the Jets. And what do? You seal what round you would draft him in, and you lose that pick for next year. 4th rounder?
Oh, no way. Got to be later than that.
But he's a starting quarterback.
He's a starting quarterback in college.
Right.
Who's the Jets quarterback?
Do you remember Garrett Nussmeier was like first round?
Do we know who the Jets quarterback is?
Gino. Remember
Gino's back. Gino's back. Yeah.
I mean, I like Gino, but the Jets are a mess.
Maybe the Chargers. Maybe you could take over for Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Because Herbert's terrible.
So, yeah,
he's horrible.
Wouldn't hate it for them.
I think the Jets start a 4th rounder.
Do the Cleveland Browns just say screw it and do it again as well? And
they
love
love Shador.
Yeah.
What do you mean? They got Deshaun.
They're running that money train.
They got Dylan Gabriel.
They're going to play all 3 of them together. Tommy, you can play 3 quarterbacks at the same time.
If you
can't play 4.
A 12 quarterback room, one of them is bound to hit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Bad reference for a gambler.
Did the Browns have 6 quarterbacks on the roster like starting training camp last year? I'm pretty sure it was 5 or 6. I mean, they had a ridiculous.
Plus, they had Flacco, right?
Right, exactly.
So the Big 12 filed a federal injunction Monday morning for the right to potentially discipline Sorsby under its rules. The NCAA separately asked the appeals court for an expedited resolution to the local case, requesting a decision on his eligibility to be made by the start of football season. I think not that he did it for the right reasons, but I think Sorsby made the right decision here. I think this was going to.
This is the right thing. Yes,
it was going to be a legal mess.
College football,
right?
Yeah, get him. At least now it's like, all right, if he gets on a team, he's truly a professional, and in this sense, and like now he'll be governed by some other rules, right? Like if he can't get his act together on the gambling side of things, then they'll run him out of the NFL as well. So this is one of those where it's like they just could not have him in the NCAA anymore, and they don't want to deal with this type of stuff.
That's right.
So like I think it's the right move. And now I am curious though. I'm curious to see what team's going to take a chance. I mean, he's a good quarterback, right? I mean, somebody will take a shot on him.
He might be. Like we kind of don't know.
You almost don't know, right?
Right.
Yeah. He had one good year with Cincinnati.
So 6th rounder for the Jets. Jets thought a 6th rounder. I would throw it a 5th rounder if you're the Jets.
Yeah,
just to get a guy in there.
Needs a quarterback. Like
that's what I'm going to look up right now.
Like nobody's that bad. Like nobody's that bad that they need a quarterback like the Jets do. By the way, Jeff writes in on the YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys saw this. Would you say Sorsby trying to get into the NFL is the biggest gamble of his career?
Ooh, nice.
But there's so many low-hanging fruit.
What are the betting lines? Are there betting lines on what round
what team he's going to go to?
What team and what round?
All right.
He's already placed a couple of those.
So if we're looking at it, I'm going to go down to this rankings list. I'm going to go to start at 32.
Here's an issue that I have though is now though if he goes this route, like he's probably just not going to get the help he needs though. So like on that like human side of it,
Right.
Like now it's like,
but he said he already got the help, Mace. Like that's the whole big deal. Is that like he already got the help he needed and he's fine and he doesn't need any more help.
Wasn't that
and
like
Texas
a
Tech
month?
was fine. Right. 40, I think 40 days. 40 days.
Okay.
He's cured.
That's all you need.
he's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Doesn't need anything else.
Ridiculous.
No more support. Yeah.
What about what could be really funny is if the Minnesota Vikings bring him in.
Oh.
There's already controversy there, right? Because
Well,
Kyler Murray's mad that they're letting JJ McCarthy even get any reps.
Hot Atlanta. Michael Penix is probably hurt. Tua.
Hot
Well,
Atlanta.
Tua's their starter, right?
Mm.
Isn't Tua there? That would make sense. I would
Yeah.
I would throw a 6th round.
Arizona. Who's the Cardinals?
Indianapolis?
Who,
Arizona,
Indianapolis?
Indy. Yeah.
is
yeah.
Jacoby Brissett the Cardinals
Jacoby
QB?
Brissett
Who
is the Cardinals
Cardinals
quarterback.
is
Yep.
that's go out down there
Yep.
with Mike LaFleur. He could get him.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
Wow,
there.
quarterback school with Mike
Yeah,
LaFleur. Let's go.
QB school.
I love it.
Wow.
Packers.
Gosh.
All right.
Oh my
Imagine
God. The
that.
articles that would be written.
Imagine the article. Tommy
Oh.
would lose his mind. I
Dude.
think we would
I'm
lose
here for it.
Tommy if he came to the Packers and all they talked about was Sorsby.
That'd be amazing.
Oh.
Mason's extra points are next. This is the Mason
What's on Mason Crosby's mind today?
Now I'm thinking.
It's time for Extra Points, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis.
Tell me what's on your mind.
On the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
All right, great Tuesday, fellas. Thanks for everybody listening to the Mason Crosby Show. We got Mitch, Thunder, Nellis, Tommy, TK, Wirtz. I was trying to think of every other nickname, but it's a long list. So
They all work.
What about TK Mart?
TK Mart Wirtz.
TK Mart.
Didn't tie the two together.
Yeah, but I'm going to be here on Human Wednesday tomorrow and the rest
Nice.
of this week. Yeah, so rolling through the rest of the week. So you can't
Gas
get
are
rid
on the
of me
mountain
that quick.
tonight, Mace.
Can't wait to see that gas. Yeah, it's going to be gas city.
And we assume Pratt in the starting lineup. No announcement. The Bucks did not hit our 154 timeline. So Sparky will
But you're
have
putting
breaking
Pratt in
news
that
at some
parlay,
point.
though, right?
Oh yeah, I'll put it.
He's got
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well,
Yeah.
we got two basketball games for Christine tonight. Summer, I thought, was relaxing
Summer
time,
hoops?
but we actually have, I think, more sports going on this summer than we did during the school year. So, wish me luck. Wish Christine luck. Hopefully, she doesn't get any fights.
It's like a graduation on the hardwood.
Yeah. She's a block. She's a
No.
block queen, though. She blocks
No.
everybody.
She's effort.
That's right. Effort and energy all the time.
He's Mason Crosby and attitude. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis, aka Thunder. We have been the Mason Crosby Show. What up, Cooper Pratt?
Get it.